Alright, this is my 121 bead lap joint. Each one of us in class did one of these in all 4 different positions. It was made with, I don't remember how thick it was, let me check. About 1.5 inch thick bar stock. Take 3 of those. They're each 10 inches long. And put them side by side in this fashion here. Tack the ends in. And then you would proceed to fill them out in whatever order you chose to. So this here, number 2, is 2G. Was my horizontal. This thing weighs like 25 pounds or something. That there was flat. I would flip it over. That was overhead. It's a little lumpy looking there, but overhead was the very first one I did out of all of them. Because whenever I did that, I wanted to get the hardest one out of the way first. And also whenever I didn't want to do overhead last, because then I would have all this weight hanging over the top of my head, and in case some freak thing failed, then this thing would come falling down, so I want to get that out of the way first. And 3G was vertical up. So in the end, I got some porosity where I ran off in the end in there. This was rusty from sitting in the garage. I sanded it up for this. So, what I'm gonna do with it is use it as a base plate. So here, I'm going to make an adjusted welding stand. We all had one of these on our welding table in the shop. So you had a bolt with like a little tensioning handle here, tightening handle, and you would have a pole running through the center. All I have is this galvanized stuff I put together. Welds do not look pretty at all, but it's together. That'll be my standing up part. So you can weld in any position just by adjusting this. You have my piece mounted on here. This will slide over top of that, and the 121 bead lap joint, find some way to put as the base. Now, what I don't like about this, I think this is like some stainless, or at least it has some sort of coating on it, because it does not want to weld to this. I mean, whenever we welded hex nuts to anything, we TIG welded them. That was for the right clamps that were going to hold our D11 pieces, prevent them from warping. We didn't actually use them. But yeah, this doesn't have good fusion on it at all. It looks really junky. So started out not wanting to melt threads on the inside. I used a 1/16 inch diameter 6013. Well, that didn't have near enough amperage to even start melting this, and left more of a slag deposit in the metal. And then I switched to 3/32 7018, and it still wasn't bonding to this galvanized stuff for some reason. And then I think after that I went to the I don't remember what it was. Oh, it was the 309-19. Oh gosh, 309-19 carbon to stainless rods, and I used that. And I kind of got to fuse some here, but again, it was really having trouble sticking onto the galvanized stuff for whatever reason. I didn't want it to get too hot because I didn't want to destroy the threads inside, which I did a couple on the bottom. Now, why didn't I TIG weld it? I should be twig. TIG welding more. I've got all this stuff, but I wasn't that great at TIG welding, I thought. Like, I can, yes, but I mean, I TIG welded all that, but I wasn't like super proficient at it. I'd end up like dipping the tungsten way more than I should have. Even up until like the end of class, if I ever TIG welded something, I'd end up dipping my tungsten more than I should, and like that's literally why I bought this grinder, so I wouldn't have to leave my station to grind my tungsten. My hands were not steady. Like good position, so I can TIG weld, I just don't like to. I know it's a dumb excuse, because if you're not good at something, you want to do it more so you can get better at it. But I don't really have much TIG weld, whatever. I have a lot of stuff here. Make myself do it because one of the things I should practice is an open root TIG. Yeah. Slap this thing together and just move on from there, one thing at a time. So many things that require motivation, and that's motivation if you don't have, you need to find it and chase after it, even if you don't want to. That's not easy.